Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about all the charming neighborhoods that we have here in Gilbert, Arizona, and the neighborhoods that really stand out compared to your typical Arizona neighborhoods. Just from personal experience, moving to Arizona, my perception of Arizona was that it was very much a desert and very brown and tan, lots of rocks and very boring. I know for me personally, that is not the aesthetic that really I truly love and that makes me really happy and I just don't feel as comfortable living in an area that doesn't have a lot of charm, trees and grass. I mean, I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania where charm was it's on another level, and then moving from the South, just having some sort of charm was really important to me. And so that is why it is my mission to help others who are relocating here who are also scared that it is just desert and it is just brown and you're not gonna find the charming communities that make you truly feel like home and feel like what you loved about where you're moving from you can find here, but obviously with a lot nicer weather. So we are going to talk about the 3 neighborhoods within Gilbert, Arizona that are the most charming, and you get that feel that's unlike what you typically would think of when you think of Arizona. And I also want to start out with, from personal experience too, when we talk about charm, I feel like there's a lot that also comes with that as well. And especially here in Gilbert, when we talk about charming neighborhoods within Gilbert, usually what comes with that is a huge community aspect, because here, finding those neighborhoods that really stand out, there's a reason why they stand out, and the community in the neighborhood is really what has created that. And so that is really why they are so special, because it goes far deeper than just being charming. It's all of the people and the community behind it that make it as charming as it is. So first up, we are going to talk about Morrison Ranch, which is honestly the neighborhood that I fell in love with the second that I moved to Gilbert. Immediately when you drive through Morrison Ranch and you discover it for the first time, you notice it right away because it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, but in such a great way. When you drive through, you notice it by its white picket fences. That is a staple to Morrison Ranch and how you know that you are within Morrison Ranch. So the whole community is surrounded by picket fences, and within the picket fence, you'll see real grass literally everywhere. So tons of real grass, tree-lined streets, and because Morrison Ranch started in early 2000s and just finished a couple years ago, it went through phases and a bunch of different builders. You can see the older parts versus the newer parts, and when you're driving through the older parts, it's nothing but tree-lined streets with tall trees that even on like the major roads, those trees have now grown to touch each other. So when you're driving through, it's just like this tunnel of trees, which is really awesome to see. And it has a feel that just makes you feel at ease and at home. It has like a cozy feel to it. So Morrison Ranch, by far, like right away, it captures your attention. And besides the aesthetics of Morrison Ranch, you also get such a community feel that truly is really special. The people in the neighborhood, they care that their community looks this way, right? So that means that people take pride in their homes, they take pride of their grass, their front lawns. So when people are walking, they make sure that it's kept clean. So it's a really nice community too. Tons of community events. So within Morrison Ranch, you have different subdivisions too. So some subdivisions have lakes within them, large parks, there's parks everywhere. So the community will put on multiple events per year too that draw in thousands of residents to it, to just bring the community together for adults, for children, families, like everything in between. you can find here in this community. So people really take pride in living in this community, and it certainly shows just through the residents and through the exterior and just the neighborhood in general when you're driving through, walking through, all the things. So Morrison Ranch is definitely at the top of the list. And before I forget, it is a golf cart community too. That is super important here. You're able to golf cart around the community to the different parks, but we also are super close to the Morrison Ranch Town Center, where we have a grocery store, and then we have some coffee shops as well and other stores too. So it's really conveniently located as well, close to the freeway, the 202. So just a great location, a great community, and of course that great charm that we love so much. So definitely Morrison Ranch. High on the list for number 1. Number 2 is Agritopia, one of the cutest neighborhoods, honestly, within all of the Phoenix Valley. Agritopia is known to be a smaller, tight-knit community. And when you drive in, it really truly feels like a little village. It is so stinking cute. Started back in early 2000s. So these homes are starting to get a little older, but the coolest part about Agritopia was the foundation of Agritopia was built on creating an urban living village, basically, within a city kind of scape, right? So the idea behind it and the developer's idea was to be able to create kind of village living where you were close to all your neighbors, and you had the interaction with your neighbors. So every floor plan that was created and was passed by the board when they were developing this community, a lot of thought went into how the homes were going to be placed on the lots and where certain things were in relation to the street to allow for neighbors and just the community in general to come together. So front porches, they were set forward on the lot lines so that when people were walking and or driving past, they were able to actually have a conversation with their neighbor that was sitting on their front porch. So the front porches in Agritopia are iconic. You do not find front porches like this almost anywhere else within the valley, so it's definitely something very, very special. And then garages as well. They were intentionally pushed back so that people didn't just drive into their garage, shut the door, and that's it. So they really intentionally made the homes so that the community really came together. And then, of course, with the homes being closer together, you do have that closer, tight-knit feel, and there's just not as many homes in it. It is a smaller community. But you also are super close to restaurants, dining, some of the original structures that were there when Gilbert was just farmland. Agritopia was owned by the Johnson family, and so when they developed the land, they kept some of the structures that were there back in the day. And so one of the most iconic restaurants within Gilbert is Joe's Farm Grill, which used to be their family home, and it's now, like I said, an iconic restaurant in Gilbert. So they kept that small, like, town vibe too. But you can walk to all of this. You can walk to all the restaurants, the shopping, dining at the Epicenter, which is a huge commercial space that's right there, all while still being surrounded by an active farmland, which is really, really cool. Farmland out in Gilbert is starting to dwindle slowly but surely, but Agritopia continues to keep that farmland there. So it is an active farm, and a lot of the fruits and vegetables that are grown there are sold at the Agritopia farm store. That is, again, walking distance from the Agritopia community, but it's also served at the local restaurant that is there too. So it's charming as can be. And when you see these homes too, that development part with the homes, you would think from being built back in the early 2000s that they would kind of all blend together, but the developer's whole vision for this village or this community was really to embrace uniqueness and charm, and they did just that. So when you're driving through Agritopia, it honestly looks like the homes are custom, because throughout the years each owner has kind of taken that as pride and has really put their own spin onto the properties, whether that is their front porch, updating it to, you see like nice brick or nice stone, different colors on the exterior, just front landscaping, pillars, you name it. They really spun it to really be super charming, and there are so many different styles of homes in there. So you have the ranch style, the craftsman, the Victorian. You have so many different architectural styles in there that really make it truly a great, homey, charming community, especially with throughout the years owners taking their own spin and putting it into these properties that truly make each and every one of them super special. And also it is a golf cart community, which we love. You can golf cart to the park, school that's located there, and then of course the epicenter too, where you have all the shopping, dining, the coffee shop, so many things. So Agritopia definitely is at the top of the list for one of the most charming neighborhoods within Gilbert. Another extremely charming community that actually is not in Gilbert, and the reason I want to talk about this one is because it is a hidden gem, and most of my clients who are relocating here kind of figure out what they're looking for. Most of the time they have never heard of it before. They've heard of Gilbert, they want to be in Gilbert, but maybe they want a bit of a newer home, or they don't love the prices that Gilbert is carrying right now. Gilbert has gotten more pricey during the last couple years after the pandemic. So anyone who's kind of looking for more of a newer feel, they want to be close to everything still, but maybe want a little more house on a smaller budget, I take them through Eastmark and they fall in love. Eastmark is located on the eastern part of Gilbert, but within 5 to 10 minutes of basically the center of Gilbert. So you are super close to Agritopia and the epicenter that's there. You're super close to the Santan Village, which is Gilbert's biggest shopping center. It's an outdoor shopping mall. So it is very close to everything within Gilbert that people really love being close to, but it technically is in Mesa. So you do get a little more bang for your buck, and Eastmark is a newer community and they still are building over there. So not only do you get more bang for your buck, but if you do lean more towards like the newer vibe, this is definitely a place I take my clients, because it also has the most charming community feel as well. Eastmark is known for its farm that is also located within the community. It is called Steadfast Farms and it is adorable. And Steadfast has also just opened up a diner on Eastmark's land as well. So it is just the cutest little thing, and Eastmark probably is the best for trick-or-treating as well. You see so many people walking around and neighbors just chatting. It really is very special, and it really is a community where people are brought together. You do feel like you're here in Gilbert, even though you might be just a little further away, you're really just right here too. And Eastmark has lakes, it has big playgrounds, it has a school, community center. The amenities are amazing at Eastmark. So anytime someone is looking for that charm, that cozy feel, tight-knit community where they actually want to know their neighbors, but maybe just want something a little newer or a little more bang for their buck, I definitely take them to Eastmark. So these are my 3 favorite neighborhoods that I tell everyone about when they want to have some charm here in Arizona. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I am someone who leads by lifestyle. The home matters a lot too, but lifestyle is so important. And if you are looking for charm and you want something that truly feels like home, and you're gonna know your neighbors, you're gonna be able to make friends, especially if you're relocating from out of state, I highly recommend these 3 neighborhoods within the Gilbert area. And they are truly something special because, like I mentioned, connection, you get that small town feel, you get to know people, but you also get the best weather. So it's the best of both worlds. I hope you guys found this helpful, and if you are looking to find a place that truly feels like home, that isn't like anything else, these neighborhoods are definitely neighborhoods that you should check out. And if you're interested in learning more and you want more info on any of these, I'm always an open book. Feel free to reach out to me, and don't forget to click that subscribe button and like this video, and follow along for more Gilbert lifestyle, living, and real estate. I love it here. I love what I do, and I'm excited to chat with you guys in the next video.